Hello, I am Cheryl Jacobs, and welcome to our Kids Party Characters podcast. Make sure you subscribe below. And today we are going to talk about success, happiness, and Kate Spade. So imagine if you were the editor of a prestigious magazine, and one day you had the idea to start a handbag company in response to a need you saw on the market. So the success of your new business allow you to sell over half of it for 33.6 million and completely exit the business to concentrate on your own business ventures 8 years after selling it off the first part. So today you have a charity focusing on economic equality for women, a business featuring an accessory label, and a husband and 13-year-old daughter of a net worth of $200 million, and suddenly you're dead. Certainly the victim of some tragic and unforeseeable accident, people will assume. After all, you're described as one of those as being just like your handbags, colorful, unpretentious, as being approachable and always speaking with excitement and a smile and having a great ray of light about you. Well, the reality of your death was a suicide would seem incomprehensible to the world. And yet, this was the life and death of Kate Spade, who inexplicably hung herself in her apartment at the age of 55. So, I have some powerful lessons to hold on to. If you're a stay at home mom or an entrepreneur, Kate Spade's life probably sounds like a dream come true. But what if your little business idea turned into an empire that was purchased by like the likes of Coach, a designer fashion company for 2.4 billion like Kate's was in 2017, and you were just hoping to someday grow your business to maybe six figures? It's impossible to completely understand what leads a person to suicide, but with every loss, it's possible, and it's important to learn from it so that we can be better like going forward. Without knowing Kate Spade or what her pain she found so unbearable, we can still take away at least three lessons. Be happy where you are. We know money doesn't buy happiness, and we've all heard that one. But do we really believe it? I mean, a common response is to worn out and say yes, but we think that in our lives it really would, because when we take inventory of all our problems, not one of them couldn't seemingly be solved by having more money. The problem with this approach is inevitable to you. When you hit that magical dollar amount you think you need to make every day, you discover that either you did or you didn't, and now you just have a whole new set of problems, which is why it's so important to learn to be happy along your journey. If you aren't if you aren't happy now with what you have, the road the road that you're on, and what you're doing today on that road, it's almost guaranteed that you won't even be happy when you arrive to your desired destination. Practice gratitude for what you have and realize that you have some pretty awesome people, things, and circumstances in your life. Get rid of I'll be happy when mindset, just because you won't. Start living a life that makes you happy today. We're all fighting our demons. We may not know what Kate Spade's demons were, but she clearly had them. And her unfortunate perception of that in the moment of time, she believed they were bigger than she was. Yes, to us outsiders, her life appeared perfect. This perception of a perfect life is a big problem created by social media. And for many, social media is their opportunity to show off the highest reel of their lives. And it means displaying only 5% of their life on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever. But the sad reality is 95% of it gets left behind on the cutting room floor. When we look around at all these glamorous people who seem to be living this perfect life, by their own accounts, remember that they are only showing what they want you to see. And a good portion of it is flat out lying about how great things really are. They're either broke, they're in a troubled relationship, fighting constant battles with their own self confidence, and all three of these or more. Don't let others seemingly perfect life, whether it's in your mind or something that they're selling on you, make you feel that you aren't good enough and never will be. Our demons make us human, and we're fighting, and fighting them makes us stronger. Never give up. Always stay connected. Any important piece of learning to be happy where you are and realizing that we're all fighting demons is staying connected with like minded people. Being a stay home mom can be lonely, and so can being an entrepreneur. Both suffer from not having a lot of contact with the outside world, and we concentrate on meeting the needs of our kids and the demands of women in the business force. Having friends and colleagues and mentors is essential for both your happiness and your success. They give you perspective, they act as a sounding board, they support you when no one else does. And if you just sit there virtually in your own real life, well, the question is, can you do this so called life? Studies relating to suicide and depression showing the positive difference simply having someone to talk to can really make. So get involved. Find people online through social media, through social networking, local networking groups, and don't be afraid to let these people know that you need them. They need you too. If you're in need of a business mentor, myself as the owner of Kids Party Characters, I've had many years of experience with mentoring and helping other entrepreneurs. My mentorship, it just takes a minute. You can schedule a free, no pressure chat at kidspartycharacters.com. Just click on members, and you can just click on to set up an appointment with me. Above all else, keep the hope. The world lost a beautiful, creative woman. A young girl lost her mother. A husband lost his wife. By all accounts, they all were deeply loved. And countless other people lost a friend, a relative, or a colleague. It shouldn't have happened, and it doesn't ever have to happen again. We all must do our part to reach out to others when we need help, really realizing that asking for help is not a sign of strength or weakness, and it's to give us hope when we see others reaching out to us. Together, we can all be happier and more successful. Imagine that you were the editor. I'm sorry, that's all I have for today. And it's getting me a little bit emotional speaking about all this, but I wish you all the best, and I'm here for you if you need a mentor and someone to speak to. And there's also other groups on there on Facebook that you can reach out to. Again, I'm Cheryl Jacobs, and thank you for listening to our Kids Party Characters podcast. And everyone have a beautiful day.